is Treasure Akiopo. I am the consulting and partnership lead at Analytics Business, and I am going to be your facilitator for today. I'm going to be focusing on showing you the different career pathways, how you're able to make money, making use of AI, and we'll still have one of our students come up and show you the project for today. If you can hear me loud and clear, I want you to drop your favorite reaction. I want to know that you are fully set for today's session and you are ready and good to go. Let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have it. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Optimus. Optimus was here 10 minutes. Once I got in, I already saw him here. So thank you so much for joining. Shay, thank you for the emoji. Simi, every single one of you that joined today's sessions, you all are fantastic humans. And AI is something that I'm very proud of. And I'm super excited that we're going to be having a lot of conversation around AI. I am an AI project manager and I know how it has changed my life. And I want each and every one of you on this call to also benefit from that knowledge. And that is what we're going to be focusing on today's session. But before we get started, I'm Treasure. I'm leading Analytics Business. I'm in Lagos, Nigeria. I want to know where each and every one of you are joining us from. So if you could kindly drop that in the chat, your name and where you're joining us from, that would be fantastic. This is also a networking conversation. So let's have it. Let's have it. All right, let's go. Let's go, my people. You people cannot be cold. We're about to get into a fantastic and phenomenal session, and I need the energy to be very high because once I get started, we are not going down from there. Okay, I can see the responses. We are over 59 on this call, and all 59 of us will be fully engaged in this conversation. So please keep on dropping those responses. I'm going to start reading them once I see that we have quite a number of them. So please keep dropping the responses. Friday, blessed. Thank you for joining. We have Moses. Friday is joining from Yaba, Lagos. A pleasure to meet you and thank you for stopping by. And I hope you get much value from today's session. We have Adebayo Bunyami is joining from Kwara. We have Michael from Calabar. We have Moses. We have Raymond from Port Harcourt. We have Cynthia from Edo State. We have Musa from Plateau. We have Kendi from Lagos. Fantastic. We have people from all over Nigeria. Thank you so much for stopping by. Justice from Delta State. We have Ugochukwu from Enugu. Celestine, that's a OG. He joins all our session from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you for joining in. We have Paul from Lagos. Jumbo from PH. We have Judith. We have Elijah from Lagos, Victoria. We have quite, I don't think I can get through this. And this is why you need AI. I could have basically just used an AI person or an AI chatbot to just go through the name calling and then we'll be done with that part. But me having to manually do it, I'm also struggling out of breath. But it's really nice to meet each and every one of you. I like the fact that you are super engaged because I've gotten over 30 responses so far. And I think that's fantastic. It shows that we're going to have a very fun and interactive session. And I can't wait to get into it. Okay. So now that we've gotten to know each other a bit better, I'm going to go ahead to share my screen because yes, you did not come to see my fine face. We came to learn about AI. Okay. And you also be talking about, this is a project showcase. So we're going to be showing you what our student has been able to build during their course of their class, what they've been able to learn and how that has impacted into their day-to-day activities. And that's going to be the focus of today's session. I'm going to also come up and show you the different career pathways because a lot of people ask me, okay, when I learn AI, what's the next step for me? Oh, I'm a banker, I'm a teacher. How do I implement AI into my day-to-day activities to be more productive? We're going to discuss that. What's the next best step to take after listening to this masterclass? We are also going to be discussing that in today's session. Today's session is going to be practical, okay? One of our students is going to be making use of Julius AI. I don't know how many people are quite familiar with that, but we'll make use of Julius AI to show you end-to-end how to screen resumes. over 100 resumes in less than 5 to 10 minutes. So that's something you're going to be seeing in today's session. So just be very expectant. If you have a cup of coffee, if you have juice, if you have a pen and paper, go ahead to do that. And something you need to know that the session is going to be fully recorded. But for you to get access to the recording, you see that my colleague Deborah is dropping what we call the attendance form in the chat. So please click on that and fill it, because the only way you get access to the resources, that's the material I'm presenting, as well as the recording of today's session, is by filling that form. So please ensure that you fill the form, because you'll be able to get any of the materials and the recording of this session. Okay, that being said, let's get right into it. So for today's session, you're wondering who is bringing this to you. I just want to know for the first timers, because we typically have a special sort of package for first timers. If this is literally the first time you're hearing about Analytics business, can you drop a 1 in the chat? If not, you can drop a 0. My OG is like Celestine, you can drop your 0. But if you are a first timer, this is the first time you're joining any of our session, please go ahead to join a 1, to drop a 1 in the chat. Okay. All right, please, let's go, let's freaking go. All right, so we have so many people, we have so many first timers. I can't call all the names out, but from me to you, it's very nice that you're getting to hear about our platform. It's absolutely amazing, and we have special packages for you individual. So please just drop that. I could see quite a number of you, so welcome. Absolutely fantastic to have you here on a Friday night. I know how it is in Nigeria, but you stopped by on a Friday night, and I'm super appreciative of that fact. And I promise it's not going to be a waste of your next 1 to 2 hours. 2 hours tops, we're done with today's session. Okay. Thank you so much. And if you see Deborah dropping the attendance, please go ahead to fill, so that we can also keep in contact with you and give you the small, tiny package thing that we want to offer to each and every one of you. So thank you so much. So since we have a lot of newcomers, that's about 80% of people on the call, just to give you a brief intro about Analytics business. So Analytics business is an edtech platform. Okay, we are originally doing B2B, that's reaching out to organizations and helping them upskill. We've worked with a number of top clients, and people on this call might also be staff of this organization. We've worked with people in Coda, InfraCredits, Lagos Continental, MTN, Nigerian breweries, just quite a lot. And the end goal for us is to help individuals get the necessary professional skills to get started or to become more productive in their day-to-day activities. And that's what we try to do. So we look at the topmost quality in-demand skills, okay, based off the World Economic Forum, what is currently selling and what gets people the next big pay, because really sometimes it just boils down to money and then work-life balance. So how can you get that next best salary? So we look at those type of job roles and we try to teach and help individuals upskill. So if you know Analytics is out of Canada, and then Analytics business is an offshoot of that. So our certification is internationally recognized. If you go through our pages, you see that there's quite a lot of testimonials from people all around the world, whether in the US, Canada, UK, Brazil, Spain, so across Europe, Africa, and so on and so forth. So this is the organization that is holding this training. And if you know our founders, you can check them out. There's Adeza Suleiman and Efemina Ipro. They are both based out of Canada at the moment. And these are the people that are able to lead this and create this program, this organization that we have ongoing called Analytics Business. Okay, so that's a little bit about us. I don't want to bore you about the organization. So everybody's here to listen to AI. So we're going to get into AI. But before that, who is the person speaking to you? So my name is Treasure Akiopo, and I mentioned I'm the consultant and partnership lead at Analytics Business, but I'm also an AI project manager, and I've worked literally across the world. I've worked across Europe, specifically Finland, Spain. I've also worked in the UK and the US as well, but all from the comfort of my house in Lagos, Nigeria. And yes, wondering what you're making, that's confidential. But anyways, we're gonna stick with that. So if you also want to be like me, or maybe not like me, be better than me, because that's what people say, to be able to earn more money as a Nigerian living in Nigeria, because I know one of the major backlash or pushback that I get from people is, oh, Treasure, there's a lot of limitations when you're in Nigeria to get foreign roles. And yes, that is quite true. I literally did thousands and thousands of applications to be able to get my first role in the UK. And yeah, it was blood, sweat, and tears, literally, in terms of growing that skill set, getting my certificate, and finally being able to land that dream job that I've been looking for. And that's something I'm super proud of. I'm proud of my growth journey end to end, and I'm grateful for that. So I've been able to work, like I said, I've worked across different roles in both the UK, US, and Canada. I've also worked as a customer success manager, so in the customer success space as well, helping brands reach their goal. I've also worked with partnerships. So all the organizations that you earlier met heard me mention, I was able to bring those deals into the organization, the partnerships, reaching out to these individuals. So that's something that I'm very good at. So I have a global experience when it comes to edtech, fintech, as well as project management. And I'm currently leading the team at Analytics Business. So that is a bit about myself. So now let's get into the session proper. Just like in every other class, or if you've gone to a class, you've been a teacher at any point, we like to set expectations. So after this session, what should you be looking forward to during the session? Okay. So for this session, you should be able to understand how our students who are working professionals have been able to apply end-to-end the use of AI to solve real-world problems, and what it would mean for you if you potentially join any of our programs in your entire learning journey. So that's one thing we'll focus on. How can you apply AI as a banker, as a teacher, as a medical professional? How can you do this to make your work easier and for you to be more productive? And then the next thing is seeing end to end how you can build beginner friendly AI projects from ideation, from something up in your head to the fact when you start to execute end to end. And that's something you're going to be getting in today's session. And then finally, to understand how Tenantics Business will be able to help you get the necessary skills for you to support and start and also grow your AI career. If you're excited about this, let me get your reaction. I want to know, we are still very much in today's session, so let's get your reaction. Thank you so much, Moses, Matthew, Uchechuku, Friday. You all are superstars. I'm really, really glad to have you on here. Thank you so much. And right after that, I want to get to move into the AI session proper. Okay. So now, for before we get into the next slide, I have a couple of questions, or one significant question. Can you mention the AI tool that you make use of currently? Please drop that in the chat section. I want to know the different AI tools that you make use of. Drop that in the chat right about now. Okay, let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have it. Drop the AI tools that you're currently using right about now in the chat. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So I'm seeing a lot of ChatGPT. I'm seeing Gemini. I'm seeing Meta AI. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I need a lot more response. So Gemini, not gonna lie, none except ChatGPT. How many people is guilty of this? Quite a number of them on the chat. So AI chatbot. Shaibu, that's fantastic. Gemini, we have Gemini, ChatGPT, Meta AI, ChatGPT, Copilot. Okay, Gemini, Meta AI, Nova. Okay, Claude, Amod. Okay, I see you, Claude, Gemini, and Perplexity. So, Amod, just let me know if you're a business analyst or a project manager, because those are typical people that make use of Perplexity, Wolfram Alpha. Oh, Grok. Okay, Anthony, that's nice. Gemini, Copilot. All right. I think that's amazing. Thank you so much for being super honest. I think it's really cool that each and every one of you know, off the top of your head, the tools that you're making is AI tools. Okay. So people that fall into the Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude AI, I have something for you all. Okay. Let's move over to the next slide. If you are using ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and that's the only tools that you are aware of, in this day and time and age, I'm so sorry to absolutely ruin it for you, but you are a total beginner comes to AI. Like you are just starting. You're literally like a baby in the AI world, okay? Because these are just the elementary tools that you need to know as an AI professional. And there are so many more that can improve your activities. That once you've created the workflow at this point, it would make your work super easy to get done, okay? So there are lots of them. This is just the bare minimum. Claude, Gemini, and if you don't even know any AI tool, unfortunately, I don't even know where to categorize you. I'm so sorry, and I don't want to be mean, but like I won't know where to categorize you because at this point, AI is literally everywhere on your phone. If you're using an iPhone, if you're using Facebook, you'd find there's Meta AI. Even on WhatsApp, there's an AI platform. Instagram has AI. Anything you can think of, your Google Workspace has Gemini. So if you've not heard of any of these AI tools, you really need to step up because that's where the world is going. And even though a lot of people are afraid that AI is going to take care, something said you can't hear or see anything. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Okay, all right, fantastic. So Samson, it could be your network. If you could drop off and join back, I'm pretty sure you should be able to hear me just fine. Okay, so yeah, back to what I was saying. If you just heard of Gemini or ChatGPT or Claude, these are really basic tools. They are far more advanced tools. And the good part about it is you don't need to be a software engineer or someone who calls a front end, back end developer to use it. I am a project manager and I make use of AI and it makes my life so easy. So really easy that I can have a conversation with you and other tasks are being done without me lifting a finger. So that's how important it is, and that's the benefits of AI. If you're not able to master the use of AI, you are going to be stuck doing a lot of repetitive tasks, and that's not going to help you at all. And that's why we're having this conversation today. How can you improve your flow? How can you improve your productivity level? Your manager is giving you tasks as a data analyst with a very, very dirty data that is going to take you 2 to 3 days to clean. Why am I going to waste 2 to 3 days doing that when I can do it in less than 10 minutes? Literally less than 10 minutes if I have the workflow. It is, I don't want to be mean, but like it doesn't make sense to go through stress. Unless you like stress. If you like stress, I'm so sorry. This is not for you, to be honest. Okay. If you like to be stressed out, please, you can go ahead to continue your process. But to what end, actually? That's the question you need to ask yourself. To what end are you doing this? So there are a lot of AI tools. There's apart from the ones there's Julius AI, there's Bricks AI, there's N10. That's the top of the top. Okay, there's Perplexity, there's Grok. There are quite a number of them. And I'm going to continue the conversation with that during the course of the presentation. But let's move over to the next slide. Okay. So another typical question that I want to ask everyone on the call is, what would you say is the best career, or what career would you say is best suited for AI and would guarantee you a rewarding career? Okay. If you have the answer to this, you can drop it in the chat. You can raise your hand and I will call you. What particular career pathway would you think that is best suited for AI, that that no way you're going to get that 100,000 USD per year job that you're looking for? If you know that, please raise your hand. We want to have a very interactive session. I want to make sure that everyone is still on this conversation. Okay, so please raise your hand. You can drop your thoughts in the chat. The first 3 people who raised their hand, I'm going to call them and I'm going to tell me why you think that career pathway is best suited for the use of AI. So let's go. I can only see one person. So I'm pretty sure we're over 130 on this call. And I want to make sure each and every one is engaged. All of you, are you shy to speak? I'm pretty sure we have like CEOs, HRs, we have top individuals that you guys present to stakeholders. Sorry, I'm a project manager, so I can't help to use these terms. So if you present to a stakeholders, you should not be shy in every setting. You don't even know if your next employer is on this call, okay? Because like I mentioned, we have founders, we have CEOs join our conversation. So please never be shy to speak, okay? Never be shy to do that. All right, I can see my 3 individuals. So we have Joseph, we have, so I'm still going to come to the chat. So please don't be afraid. I'm going to come to the chat. But I want to give the people who raised their hands the opportunity to speak. So let's turn on your mic. So let's start off with, please just ensure that I call you first before you go ahead. So I don't know why Chijoki has dropped his hand unless he's not speaking again. All right. Musa, please let's have you. So what career would you think is best suited for AI?
All right, thank you so much. My name is Shaibu Musa Shaibu. I think on this question, I can only be biased by speaking from the angle that I knows best. Okay, AI, is suited for almost all the careers, but as for me, with my experience, speaking from my experience, it is more suited with data analysis and project management. Take AI, it's is a given in that career. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Musa. Okay, let's move on to Charles. I'm sorry, I'll just give my feedback once everybody is done speaking. Please, I still need more responses in the chat. I want to know everyone's thoughts. So if it's at this point, I'm going to debunk some certain information. We'll do that right about now. Okay, so Charles, please unmute your mic and go ahead to speak. Charles, let's have you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Um, I would say that considering the trend of AI, uh, to promote innovation and also explore the new opportunities. So I would do AI engineer and data science, data engineering at this field. Thank you.
So you feel that's the best career suited for AI, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much, Charles. Let's move over to Luke. Okay, Luke, let's have your thoughts. And please, if you don't want to, okay, 6 hands now. How am I going to pick all 6 of you? We have limited time, so let's take Luke. Luke, are you there? Hi, Luke.
Hello,
Please. Oh,
this
okay,
is
Unwana.
Umana. Luke.
Okay.
Luke is actually my surname. Good evening.
All right. Hi, Unwana. Sorry about
Okay,
that.
that's fine. For me, AI automation has always been my main point when it comes to AI because I can actually help everyone
Mm-hmm.
and anyone automate
Okay.
processes, make work smarter, better, and faster. That's it
All right.
for me.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's quickly take the other Chidioke. Let's have you quickly. Let's have you.
All right, so good evening.
Good evening.
So personally, I don't think any AI career won't land you a good paying salary. It all depends on the company that is about to hire you. How lucky you are to be employed in a company that pays well. But since we are all talking um um about personality here, since we're all talking like personal to each of us, I think I'll go
Mhm.
with AI engineering and machine learning. Oh,
All right.
that is basically because AI engineering has to do with implementing AI agents. You know, it's not just about building them. That's what AI machine learning is all about actually. But you also need to know how to implement them. And I think that area has a lot of opportunity in the future.
Thank you so much, Chidioke. Love your inputs on this. I'm so sorry. I'm seeing more hands, and we do have limited time. So Adebayo, in 30 seconds. Just let's have you. 30 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, good evening, man. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah. Good evening.
Yeah, as for me, it will be really, really biased if I should just say it is like one aspect is best. But for me, as a statistician, I'll prefer to choose data science and machine learning.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you so much. So Ikechuku, 30 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. Hi, Ikechuku.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yeah. Good evening.
Yeah, okay. For me, one of the career that is best suited for AI For me, I think is anything relating to finance, any career relating to fintech. So
Okay,
that's what I
all right.
feel. So yeah, yes.
All right.
Thank
I
you very
think
much.
we are, yeah, thank you so much. I think we're done with that exercise. So thank you for all your fantastic suggestions. I'm so sorry I can't go through every one. We do have a guest on the call, and I want to make sure that you can see in real time how AI can make such a difference in your activities. I'm going through the chat. I see a lot of AI engineer, data analytics, project managers. Thank you so much, everyone, for giving your input. And there's no right or wrong answer to this because there is no specific career pathway that is best suited for AI. There is no specific career pathway. AI can be implemented in little over each of the career pathways that we currently have ongoing. A PM, as a data analyst, as a finance manager, you can use elements of AI to improve your productivity level. And just like what one speaker said, okay, it is dependent on the individual, your skill set, the type of companies you're working with, and that will determine if you are going to have rewarding career. So as a rewarding career, it doesn't only mean salary. Rewards are quite different for individuals. Some people take pleasure in ensuring that they're able to do their day-to-day activities effectively. That's one thing for some set of individuals. Others take pleasure in the money aspect. Others take pleasure in work-life balance. But how can you, as an individual, currently on this call, benefit from the use of AI? And that is what we want to show you today. That regardless of what career pathway, even if you are a business owner, okay, you are doing a blue collar job, we want to show you how you can implement AI into your processes and help you get to the next level. I told you my story. I'm an AI project manager. Where did I start off as? I started off as a customer sales associate, but I've grown through the cadres. I've climbed the career ladder. Okay. And if I tell you how many years I've been working in the industry, you'll be quite shocked. I have not spent so long. But it's not about working hard. Who wants to suffer, literally? If you're smart enough and you are able to build in public, I'm telling you, the sky is the limit. And somebody also mentioned something about luck. Luck is a very interesting statement, but if you are not prepared when luck comes for you, I'm so sorry, you would not get that opportunity. And tying it back into AI, there is no specific career that works with AI to give you a rewarding career. There's no specific one. AI automation engineer, yeah, it has a future where you can grow even as a teacher. You can have AI teachers, okay? You have workflows that you can create that can help you stand out from a regular teacher, okay? And all these are the different elements that you can work with using AI. Don't be limited. The first thing that you need to know is it's a mindset thing. If you already determine and decide that, oh, AI is going to take over my job, and let me just be doing the bare minimum, I promise you, you would spend 20 years there. You would not grow. You need to open your mind, see where the world is going to, and ensure that you're able to imbibe the skills. That's the only way you would grow. Okay, now this is a lot of me talking, and I hate talking. I always want us to do practicals in our session. Okay, and today we went far and wide to bring one of our students to show you what she was able to do end to end, okay, when it comes to the processes that she has worked on. And I want her to also show you how you can go through that using a tool called Julius AI. If you've heard of Julius AI, give me a thumbs up. If you've heard of Julius AI, give me a thumbs up. If you've not heard of it, give me a thumbs down. Okay, I want to know that you are here before I bring her up. Okay, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs down. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs down, a lot of thumbs down. Okay, so I'm gonna take that as about 70% of people that I can see on this call haven't heard of Julius AI. So I'm gonna bring up one of our students who took part of our generative AI in HR analytics to show you that even HRs, okay, human resource professionals, you can make use of AI. And it's gonna be a fantastic aspect to this session. So confidence, high confidence, are you there? Let's have you today so we can listen to your story, your pathway. We can get started with that. High confidence, are you there?
Hello. Yes, I'm here. 1 minute.
All right, all right. So 1 minute when she's getting set up, please, you all should give a very warm welcome to one of our very fantastic students. What we like to do is we used to showcase our students because we are super proud. It's like being a mama bear, and then your students are doing fantastic, and you can't, you are just filled with so much joy and you want to showcase them. That's what we do with our students to ensure that if we have potential recruiters on the call, if you have CEOs, anybody that can help them, move into a greater limelight, it is done. So that being said, thank you so much, Confidence, for taking our time to join us this evening. We're super, super elated to have you. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen so you can walk them through the projects that you worked on and how you were able to use AI to implement this process. All right, Confidence, over to you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Treasure. Thank you so much, everyone, for the warm welcome. My name is Confidence, by the way. I am a HR professional and a recruitment specialist. So basically, what I'm going to show to you today or tonight is a simple, really simple workflow where, as a HR professional and a recruitment specialist, I my daily one of my daily tasks would be to handle all of the recruitment, everything that has to do with recruitment, ensuring that the company has really good data to back up our recruitment processes, just so we don't spend resources, time, money, energy, focusing on where there is no problem. So basically, this is to show you that even in HR and recruitment, we leverage AI like really heavily. We really, really need AI as HR professionals. So this is going to be really simple, really quick, and you would see for yourself how AI can help HR professionals, recruiters, to make data-backed decisions. Even though you don't even have, you know, um, exclusive data analytics skills, as a HR professional who knows how to leverage AI, you can actually get things done really fast. Okay, so this I'm going to be sharing my screen, and I'm going to be talking to us about Julius AI and how Julius AI has helped me with HR analytics, recruitment analysis for my organization. So very quickly, I'll be sharing my screen. All right. So now this is the overview of Julius AI. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to be uploading a recruitment sheet. Just follow. All right. So here we go. Now, what Julius AI does is it gives you analysis based on whatever you upload into it. Before you even start your prompting and everything, Julius AI already gives you like some sort of ideas on what you can derive from your recruitment, from your data set. For example, in this case, I have obviously uploaded my data set, and here we can see Julius AI is giving me ideas of what I can generate, of the data I can get from this particular of the yes, the data, the ideas I can get from this particular sheet. So he's already asking how are candidates distributed by job title and offer. This is one insight I can get. What is the variation in time to hire by department and job title? This is another insights I can get from just this sheet. I may not even have known that I can get all of these insights from this particular sheet, but with Julius AI, you can actually get different insights before you even start prompting. Now, what is the average duration in hiring stages by gender? You can get that insight from this sheet as well. What is the higher reject percentage by application source? That is another insight you can get. So now this is the sheet. So before we even attempt prompting, I would like to use one of the insights that Julius AI has given, and I'll just click on it and let's see what it's gonna give. Okay, we're gonna be using let's say we should use bar chat. Okay. Here we can select x-axis should be the job title, and y-axis should be okay. the stage. I'm sorry, this is, hold on 1 second. This is, okay, there we go. You give it time and it's going to generate the plot. Okay, now this is like a simple plot appearance. This is a simple plot appearance of what like Julius AI can actually do for you. Like this is the chart that it can generate, you know, when you input your data and give it the prompt and give it and maybe select one of the insights that it tells you to, that it gives you as an option. Now in this other case, you can ask, give me the number of candidates per row. Now it's thinking, it's generating. Okay, so here we can see this. Now for accounting, we have the candidate count, we have 11. For data analyst, we have 6. For HR officers, we have 11. For operations lead, we have 7. For sales rep, we have 4. For software engineers, we have 11. Now this is like a bar chart that you can actually download, showing the distribution visually. So in case where you have to, you know, use your presentation, your PowerPoint presentation, you can actually get all of this, get this downloaded, and you can just easily upload it into your PowerPoint, you know. So this is basically you, AI helping you to analyze your data sets, giving you the number of candidates for each row. So you will know how many candidates apply for every row that you have within, you know, your organization. So here it already gives you a summary telling you that this row shows that a few clusters with higher interest, accountants, HR officers, and software engineers have the highest or the largest candidate volume in this sample. You know, so this is exactly what how Julius AI can actually help you to know like your candidate count. You can also use this AI. Let's say you want to know what recruiter is, let's say, more effective. So you can say which recruiter was more faster in getting candidates. That is another insight you would, if you would want this kind of insight, this is another insight you can get. And this is Julius AI just giving you, you know, giving you this is the code, and it's going to be releasing the insights after it's done running the Python code. So here we can see fastest recruiter. I measured speed as the lowest average time from, this is where the candidate's time to hire was missing. And this is basically like a summary of what it did. It's just telling you what it did. And then now this is it. So you can see that the recruiter Chinedu Okeke got 1 candidate, and this is the mean effective time, the median effective time, and the hire to time, the time to hire. So you can see all of your recruiters. You can know which of them was fastest, how many candidates they got per recruiter. So you will, with this, you can even know your most effective or efficient recruiter. So in case of, stuffs like performance review, you could use this data for performance review. You can use this data for, for giving like awards and all of that. So it is that simple. You can also check, with this data, you can also check, um, let's see if we can check time to hire, time to hire per department. Time to hire per department. So just say check the time. Okay, check the time to hire per department. So there we go. So this goes to say that even as a recruiter, you can on your own sit on your desk and just check your data, just check how far you've gone or how well your processes is going. So you know where to make improvements, where you have to tweak something a little bit and all of that. So time to hire per department, you can see that finance has 6 candidates and the mean time to hire is 13.5. This is in days. HR, we have 10 candidates and it took 39 days. This is IT. This is, so you can just see how amazing this is, where you have, even without express data analytics skills, you can actually run your analysis by yourself using, if you know how to leverage, AI. So this is even a chart showing, this is sales with the lowest, this is operations, this is finance, showing you step by step, like one after the other, which department has the least time to hire and which department needed the longest time to hire. So this goes to also tell you, where your resources, where your recruitment resources are actually going to. You can measure that just with this data. Lastly, I would like us to see what recruitment source is the best so far. Okay. Let's give it a bit of time. Okay. So it's running the code, checking. So even without, like I said before, even without Python skills and all of that, you as a HR professional or even someone in admin, you can actually run analysis. You can actually give your company insights into data just by leveraging AI. So here it's already telling us, sorry. Where was that? Okay, best recruitment source so far. We can see that source, the referral, we had 15 candidates, mean time to hire was 13.5. We have LinkedIn and we had 15 candidates from LinkedIn and the mean time to hire was 17 days. We have job boards and we have websites. So from this, we can even say our website is not functioning very well. Maybe we are not, maybe we are not branding it well enough. We have to now, at this point, we now have to understand why our website is not functioning, because obviously the company's website has the least number of candidates. We have more from referral, we have more from LinkedIn. So from here, we already know that in the next recruitment cycle, we can use our referrals, we can source candidates through LinkedIn, so that we don't get to waste our time with other recruitment sources, unless we're going to use this insight to fix the company's website so that we can have more candidates coming in from there if we want to promote the company's website. So Julius AI still goes on to tell you offers, outcomes, tell you about if you can still use the particular recruitment source. It also even goes ahead to even give you, further insights, even the ones that you don't get to ask. So he's telling you here that I can recompute using the hired in the stage as a proxy for success and all of that to check conversion rates. So basically, what I'm just trying to say is Julius AI is amazing. And as a recruiter, I can say that this has really helped me into my insights. Initially, I know that as a recruiter, I would source candidates from, try to use communities like Reddit and all of that. So after after seeing all of this, I know where my best candidates are coming from per role. I know where my best candidates are coming from for every role I am sourcing for. So with all of this, I could stay at my desk, and just prompt this AI to give me insight to what I want to know containing my data sets. I can use this AI to do like a presentation for my company if there's a presentation, just by getting the visuals and uploading it to my PowerPoint, you know, including the summary. So this makes the job really easy. They make the job really easy as a recruiter. So you don't even get to stress yourself or need to have exclusive data analytics skills, because a lot of times we know that we in a company, maybe to get all of this data done, we have to employ like an analyst and all of that. So with this, even your company can save cost of employing someone else if you can handle most of all these businesses by yourself as a HR. It improves your value and all of that. So this just goes to tell us how much AI is needed across all fields, including HR. This is just for Julius AI. There are other AIs that you can use as a HR professional. There is Bricks AI. Bricks AI Bricks AI basically just does visualization. I can impute this data into Bricks AI and it will give me a very beautiful presentation with all of the data displayed. You see pie charts, you see bar charts, you would see line charts. So you basically know what you're doing. I think I can share a snippet of that. Okay, now this is something I worked with recently. So this is Bricks AI. It just gives you analytics, basically. Let me put it in presentation mode. Okay, so this is recruitment pipeline analytics. This is visuals. It gives you the overview.
Yeah, we can't
I'm
see your
sorry?
screen, the one you're
Okay,
presenting now.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Bricks AI, like I was saying. Let me go back. So this is Bricks AI. This is like the same recruitment sheet I used with Julius AI. And here on Bricks AI, it gives me a beautiful presentation. I can go into a presentation room with this. This gives you an overview. It gives you candidate distribution with a pie chart. So you see here with the visuals, your board already knows that, okay, 15 came through referrals, 15 came through LinkedIn, 15 came through, 13 came through job boards. It gives you offer status by gender. So this by gender here, we see that we have equal for those impending, those declined, those accepted, both male and female, like it's equal in ratio. And we can also see average days in stage by job title. So we can see here that the number of days it takes for different job titles, to stay in the pipeline. Okay, so here moving forward, we can see monthly application threads. So this goes to show you how well or how bad your job ads are doing. So if you can see from here, we can see that from 2015 to 2023, this is the job thread. This shows that it's very poor. Like we really have work to do when it comes to, it's possible that maybe there's a problem with employer branding, campaigns are not working, because we're just seeing that it's just like looking like a flat heartbeat, then a little spike, a flat heartbeat. We're just seeing one every month. This goes to show you that there is something wrong with your job ad. There's something wrong with your employer branding. This just tells you that you need to look out for, for whatever is wrong within your system and fix it. This is what data can do. This is how much AI can help you, fish out issues within your organization. Now, this is another table showing you summary of hired candidates per department. So we can see that out of all of that, over the years, we've only hired 2 for finance, marketing 2, HR 1, IT we have 1, operations 1, and all of that. So this AI, they really help you with this is a ready to go presentation. I don't know about anybody, but for me, this is a ready to go presentation. Maybe chip in a thing or two, but AI basically help you to, get things done very quickly. If there's an emergency meeting, or maybe your manager calls you, or the head of HR calls and want to know what's going on, you can easily present this. You can get this done within seconds. Bricks AI gets this done within seconds. You can get this done within seconds, and just, you can show it to the head of HR, and the entire organization understand what's going on with the recruitment, and then we know to um where and what to fix, what problem we have to fix within our recruitment process. So this is just, I think this is a summary of everything I wanted to share in this call. So if you have any question, I think it's open, but for now, I'll hand over to Treasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Confidence. I don't think we could have had a better person to do this presentation. Yeah, Confidence was a fantastic student, and you can see that she's so passionate about the HR space, how AI has helped her improve that processes end to end. So this is just the tip of an iceberg. Imagine if you have a data set with 1,000 rows and columns for you to analyze, with dirty data, missing information, illegible information for your distance to actually read. You know the amount of stress, and your let's say your manager is saying, oh, we need you to present in the next 10 minutes. Next 10 minutes, how do you get that done? If Bricks AI can do this in literally a couple of seconds, and you would have spent hours and hours and hours trying to get that presentation, you can see the difference and improvement it has on your productivity level. Okay, so if anyone has any question, let's use the next 7 minutes to go through your questions. Is a cheat code, whatever you want to call it. If you want to play smart, play smart. If you want to continue doing the hard work, please go on with the hard work. Okay, so does anyone have any questions for Confidence before we drop up? A lot of you are, I would say, quite shy humans, because I'm seeing comments on the chat, but no one is raising their hands. Do you not like to speak? Do you guys not speak to your managers? Okay, let's have hands raised. If you have any questions, please go ahead so I can give you the opportunity to unmute your mic. And I can only see one person, because Beatrice's hand has been up since the start of the conversation. I can only see one person's hand up. So let's just take that question. Yeah, really one. Let's go ahead with your question. Hi, really one. Hi, really one. Please, you can unmute your mic and go ahead with your question.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Treasure. Good evening, Confidence. I just, during your presentation, I noticed the prompt is not, there was no prompt concerning the visuals. The visuals is the result that would, the presentation that would give the management we are reporting to a better presentation, and there seems not to be any control of how the visuals comes out. It's just the prompt and the result that the AI brings. So I want to understand if there is a form of control of how the colors, what it will look like, the result, I mean. So that's just my question. Thank you.
Yeah, Confidence.
Okay, yes. I'm sure you're talking about maybe when I was working with Bricks AI, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so yes, there is. You can actually hold on. Let me go back to this. You can actually control. Of course, you have control of the. You have control basically. The reason why I just had it done like that was because with Bricks AI, there's the free version and the paid version. Do you understand? There is a free version and the paid version. So for this particular presentation, I've already used up my, I practiced a lot, so I've used up the message capacity for Bricks AI. Yes, I've used up the message capacity for Bricks AI, but for Bricks AI, you can prompt, you can give it color code, you can give it, okay, I need a pie chart with use a blend of orange or pink. You can also give a bar chart, use the color code should be this, orange for HR department, blue for, you actually do have control. You understand? You have
Okay.
control over
Yes.
this thing.
Yes.
So it's not just static.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, really want just to add to that, when you're doing the Gen AI for HR class, you'd also be taught something on prompt engineering. And appropriate prompting determines how well your presentation turns out. Okay, so it's different when you put into something as simple as ChatGPT and say, "Give me a cat" or "Draw me a cat," and then when you say, "Draw me a cat with black furs, with blue eyes, with yellow colored ears," if you're very specific with how you want specific presentation to look like, that's how it would look like. But if you want a generalized presentation, that's the same way it's going to give it to you. So you need to know how to prompt effectively, because one information or one misstep, you would spend hours and hours having to redo it. So it's very important to learn prompt engineering. Okay, really one.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's get one more question and we'll wrap up this aspect, and then we'll talk about how to make money using AI very quickly. So who do we take now? Chijioke, are you there? Hi Chijioke, are you
Yes,
there?
yeah, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, go on.
All right. So my question now is, would you say it's safe to depend on the results that you get from Julius AI? Because I know, uh, with some of my experiences, I know that there are times where you use these AI models, and sometimes they are not too accurate with their results. So, uh, anybody being in an HR, in any department that wants to use Julius AI, would you say um, the result is always going to be 100% accurate, or the person should depend on the results, or probably once the result is out, maybe you should just compare it with the actual data you've given, and just be safe, just so you don't get the wrong results. That's my question.
Okay, so normally we do know we have something called ethical use of AI, right? We have ethical use of AI. So
Yes, yes, I
AI
do.
AI yes, so AI is not um AI is not as if it replaces your mind. AI doesn't replace your mind. AI doesn't replace your intelligence. It's like a support system helping you get things done really fast. You can still, after all of those things you've done, you've checked your that is why most of these things, it's not like you get it done. Um how do I put it? Like for me, I get things like this done when I'm less busy, so I can actually look into the insights I'm receiving and compare it with my data sets. Do you understand? So I'm prompting AI, so tell me the best places I can find candidates. And because I'm getting candidates from LinkedIn more, doesn't mean actually that they are the most skilled within the organization. So I'm getting this insight, and AI is telling me that you had more candidates coming from LinkedIn. Now it's up to me to look at my organization and see if these candidates I actually got from LinkedIn, how are they performing? That is where your intelligence comes in. So you will know that AI is giving you the numbers, but you as the HR, your initiative should tell you if these numbers that you're getting, the results your company is getting, is it correlating? It's not about the number. Now it is you as the human that would check the quality of the numbers that you got. So AI is your support system. It doesn't replace your intelligence in any way. Do you understand? Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Chijioke. Thank you, Confidence. It was fantastic having you here to, do the phenomenal presentation and respond to questions. So you see how confident our students are, doing presentations, making use of AI to improve their activities end to end. So if you also want to learn how to do that, there are open available slot. Confidence, thank you so much, and looking forward to the amazing things you get to do moving forward. So I think we'll be moving on to the next part of today's session. If you've had an amazing, amazing time up until this period, please go ahead to give me your favorite emoji. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I want to know how people have not slept on this call, because now we're going to start talking about money, the fun part. That's where me I like. That is what I want. How I can make good money from AI without stressing on a day by day basis. And that's what I'm looking to have on this conversation. I'm seeing very few people, the same set of people, the same set of emojis. Have you guys slept? I know it's kind of late in Nigeria. This is about 9, but just give me 1 more hour and we would be good to go. Okay, let's go. And Ubon, I can see your message. The call is recorded. Just fill in the attendance form, and you would have access to the recording right after the session is done. Okay. So if you want to get each and every bit of this aspect, if you want to see how she made use of Julius AI, if you missed any step, and now you want to get back that information, just pin my screen. You want to get access to that information, just fill the attendance form and you would get that as soon as possible. Okay, now moving on to the money aspects of AI. Okay, in terms of what we call the Future of Jobs report, this is by the World Economic Forum. There are 2 specific things that you need to know and have as an individual or a professional looking to get started in AI. You need to have proper skill sets and you need to have experience. Okay, I thought I started by mentioning that, when I got into the PM space, because as I mentioned, I'm the project manager. Getting into that, I first needed to have the certificate. First needed to start working on different projects, needed to build my portfolio. Once I had my portfolio, I started to target jobs. I started to reach out to founders, co-founders. It was a whole situation, okay? But then I understood that right after my certification, I needed to brand myself properly. I needed to be seen as an industry leader. How do I do that? I started working my ways into podcasts, both international and national podcasts. I started to write on a week by week basis. I post 3 times a week. And it is one of the most annoying things that I have to do. But, you don't do things because you like them. You do things because you have to do them. Okay. That's where discipline comes in. And I feel like a lot of people envision and sort of romanticize the interesting life of having money, but the actual work to get in there, nobody wants to do that. You want the shortcuts. This is not how do they say it? How to make money, how to make $100,000 in 5 days. I'm not a native doctor. I can't make a concussion for you. But we have proven strategies on how you can, in the long term, make good source of money in a respectable manner, and you would see the actual value of the work that you've put into it. Okay, so based off that, the Future of Jobs report 2025 stated that, let's go to this, there are certain skill sets. Let me zoom in on my screen. There are certain skill sets that is going to be top priority going into 2025 to 2030. And if you can see that, you have jobs like big data specialists, fintech engineers, AI and machine learning specialists, software application developers, the security management. So if you scroll down, HR is not even left out of it. Data engineer, you have the organization development specialist. For business analysts, you have digital transformation specialist, you have process automation specialists, and for data, you have database and network professionals. Seeing all these different skill sets, that is where we sort of draw the courses that we're going to be taking. Okay, it's either you're going for data and AI skills, you are a HR professional, or you are a business analyst. These are jobs that are showing to grow as the years go by. Jobs that are going to be deteriorating, we have social media strategists, hotel and restaurants managers, all those jobs would be deteriorating. Okay, but for this set, we're looking to focus on only jobs that would grow in the coming set of years, and those are the courses that we offer going into the programs that we have. Okay, so we also have some for project managers. So the entire scheme is AI and automation. You have data professionals, you have HR professionals, and you have project managers. These are jobs that are tending to grow. So if you are into real estate, you know that you have to be working towards areas where you are going to find lands that in the next 10-15 years are going to give you real money. Okay, and this is not saying 10 to 15 years for the jobs is literally like in the next 2 to 3 years, even in a year. How can you get to that desired role that you're looking for? And now that brings us to different career pathways that we offer courses on. Okay, and this is not a Coursera journey course. It is what value are you going to be getting at the end of the course. We have courses on AI automation engineering. We have courses on AI and data analytics. We have courses on business analysis, AI and business analysis. So you're learning business analysis and you're also learning the AI aspect of it. Then you have AI and projects management and HR analytics. So whichever career pathway that you're interested in, it might not even be you looking to transition. It's, oh, a side hustle. Treasure, I love my full-time career as a finance professional, but I want to make money on the side. Okay, I want to start earning, in dollars. I want to start earning in naira by a good amount of money. Okay, there are different ways you can do that. As an AI automation specialist, there are not that many, so the price point is always high. If you go on Upwork, you don't see anything apart from some of these, smaller countries like China, Thailand, India. But if you're being hired from the US or Canada with a proper project for portfolio, you're not going to be getting anything less than $50 per hour. Per hour, do the maths, plus minus. I calculate that in actual naira. You know how much that goes for. Even as an AI data analyst or as an AI business analyst, the salary is not small in the slightest. Okay, so if you want to do that, let me show you just as an example. For as an HR analyst, you're saying that this person is not earning anything less than 71,000 to 150,000 naira. That's in naira, 150,000 USD per year. Please let that sink in, okay? Because when we do this, we try to focus on the actual salary benefit that you can get if you are an AI HR analyst. It's not the limited salary of just, the HR analyst would get, but now you have the advent of AI. If you see quite a number of the job roles that are, out there in the processes, what you would see is, oh, how well can you use AI? Or do you know tools like N8N? Do you know tools like Bricks AI, Quadratic AI? And that's now forming the new JDs that we have ongoing. So these are some of the things that we look out for when we pick courses, okay? Because the courses that you're going to be taking needs to make sense to you. You need to get value from it, okay? And if you're looking to get into any of these roles and you hear the word AI automation engineer, quite a number of people are like, oh, engineer, is it that I need to know how to code? Oh, Treasure, I don't have any knowledge in AI. I've never done anything in regards to that, so I don't think this is for me. Please, no, it is very much for you. And why is it? It's because it is beginner friendly, okay? So we basically looked at it that, oh, what are the important skill sets that you're going to be required as an AI engineer, a workflow specialist, an AI professional? It comes with different nomenclatures. It is not just a one size fit all name, okay? You can have AI projects manager, you can have it as AI data analyst, but it all has the element of the same skill set, okay? So what you really need to know is, first of all, have the skill. What is having the skill? Knowing how to create workflows, knowing how to use the different tools, how to implement it on your day-to-day activities. That's the first step. Second step is all the projects that you're going to be working on. It's not for you, it's not for you or for me. It's for you to showcase to the world how well you've grown. If I was a project manager before and I now know how to use AI, trust me, I'm going to be showcasing it on my platform every single time. Talk about it. If a professional post about it, I'm going to comment. Not just, oh, fantastic, insightful, give proper comments that challenges, the activities that people are working on so that they can see you credible in that field. For the projects that you're working on, now you need a portfolio. And I know a lot of people on this call, if I ask if anyone has a portfolio, it's going to be about 10 to 20%. People don't see the need of it. But for you to be in any of the roles that I mentioned, one of the things they'll ask you for is, where is your portfolio? Where is your portfolio? Where is the projects you've been working on? Let's see what you say you can build. And not, you can't. You say you think your CV is the one size fits all situation, especially if you're looking for US roles. Nobody, your CV is a good aspect to it, but then it also boils down to your project portfolio. How can you create a very visually appealing project portfolio? That's also something that we're going to work with you on to ensure that you get right after the session. Then another important thing, go on people's LinkedIn. It is chaos, utmost chaos. You've not posted in the last 3 months, but every other day you're posting on your WhatsApp status. Is that where you want to find the USD job? That is really, really funny to me. Is that where you want to find the USD job that you are screaming, oh, please help me, help me? You need to help yourself. You literally need to help yourself at this point. If you want to get that role and you're not making any active steps to get to that role, It's on you. It's literally on you. Go to your LinkedIn page. I would not, in short, I will see data analyst for your about section. There is nothing. Can be let's connect or talk to me or something ridiculous, for lack of a better word. What are the skills there? When last have you actually made an insightful post? Every day you are reposting another person's post, reposting you. When are you going to put that content out there? So you really need to start considering building in public. Building in public is a super important factor. It is cringe. It is people on LinkedIn to talk. Okay, now I'm earning 50K USD. You are still there, and I'm still talking, and I'm making my money. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so you need to put yourself out there. You need to actually showcase the projects that you've worked on. That's the only other way that you're actually going to be seen by recruiters. If you don't have the necessary keywords on your LinkedIn profile, and you're expecting a recruiter to reach out to you, is that a joke? So you need to optimize your LinkedIn profile as much as possible. And that's the other thing that we look at offering you when you're taking any of the programs that you're going to go for. So just looking at the entire salary, the entire package that we're working with, apart from taking any of the courses, we'd look at revamping your CV. Some people's CV are so, for lack of a better word, ridiculous. Because I've reviewed people's CV and I don't even understand. And these people are working. So you need to have a standard CV. You need to have a standard resume. And that's the things we're looking to help you with. We're going to help you with LinkedIn. We're going to help you with your product portfolio. For those people that are looking to make money, you're not looking to get a full-time role. You want to work as a freelancer. How do you get those jobs? How do you need to be part of the inner circle to understand how this works, okay? And then for people that will be working on different AI automation flow, how do you sell your flows, your workflows? I created a workflow and I'm still making money, and I'm not even making money in Naira on it. So if you create a workflow and you're able to sell it to individuals, you don't even need to stress. Your work is doing, your product is doing the work for you. So you need to be able to understand all those processes and while getting into any of the program that you decide to get into. And if you're looking for remote work, just take a snapshot of this page. It's not everyday LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very good platform, but it is not everyday LinkedIn. And because of how overcrowded LinkedIn is, you need to go and start searching the smaller circuits or the smaller areas where you can get and remote work pretty easily. So these are some of the places that you can find those remote roles. So I'm still pausing on this page. So you take a snapshot of this page and you can go search it up. Go check them out, and then you can find different specific codes. I have shown some of them in the next course. So just make sure that you go through those information, and then you pretty much would have access to it. So I've highlighted some of the things that you'll be working with if you potentially go through our program. So if you see all these individuals, they did not magically overnight get to where they are. People that are working in Canada, people that are working in Nigeria, but for a foreign company, these are all testimonial videos. And this is what we've been able to do. We've been doing it for the past 5 years. So it's not like we just got started, yesterday. These are proven strategies that have worked for individuals end to end. And if you want to be part of these people, if you want me to one day, showcase your picture and say, oh no, he was a student of analytics business and he was able to achieve this. So just so that it can sink in, this person was a care worker. You know what that means in the US, in Canada rather, and then she was able to transition into business analysis. This person was a pharmacist. So for people in the medical field, don't think that you are kind of forced or you must be tech or computer inclined or all that. That's all fallacies. Okay, you can transition out of wherever you are. I started off in health, and I'm a project manager. I've not touched my certificate, not one day. Okay, so you have pharmacists transition to benefits analysis, getting a full visa sponsorship in the UK. You have someone in Poland, okay, getting a job after searching for 2 years. He was able to get a role. So there are just quite a number of these stories that we have on here. So we even have someone in Nigeria who was able to get a full-time role as a data analyst for a company in the US. And this can be very much yourself on this, okay? So we want to ensure that we are supporting Africans, Nigerians to be able to get, better spending power, better roles across the world, okay? And how do we do that? We have 5 different programs. that we're currently training for, and would also help you with, potentially getting roles for each of these programs. Okay, there is AI automation engineer, there is generative AI for data analyst, generative AI for HR analyst, generative AI for business analysts, and generative AI for project managers. So we have 5 different courses that you can learn. Okay, for someone that I know, someone mentioned talking about AI agents. There's multi-agent chat system you're working with, or with chatbot. There's LLM powered tools. You're going to be learning all this and more in the program we are offering, which is AI automation engineer. My favorite tool, anything, is here. The amount of work that would be cut down with the use of anything cannot be overemphasized. Anything is that one size fits all tool, but not a lot of people know the hidden gem that they are not making use of. For the workflows that you spend hours and hours doing, you can cut it down into minutes. You see, when Confidence was presenting in Bricks AI, it was a matter of seconds. Imagine if you had rows and columns of data and you can, have it analyzed in a matter of seconds. It saves you so much time. Instead of me spending 8 hours to 2 weeks on a job, I'm spending literally less than 10 minutes. I could go do my other side business and I will be good. It doesn't make me any less productive. If they are going through my KPIs, I'm still going to be as productive because I'm doing things as I went done. It is being smart. It's not working hard. You're not a bricklayer. You don't need to be carrying blocks for them to see how if you are, you are a lot more than that. Okay. And no shame to the people, working in that industry. But it's very important for you to put your head down to see how you can improve yourself. And even if you're looking to get into the next role, you've been a manager all your life and you want to make a VP or a director, and you don't know, you don't have AI skills, your company doesn't have AI skills, it doesn't really add up. So back to what I was saying, I mentioned something about prompt engineering in my last conversation, stating how important and how beneficial it is for you, even as someone on a day-to-day activities. You need to be able to prompt properly. Even if you're using ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, whatever tool that you're making use of, you need to be able to prompt appropriately when doing this. Okay, so you have this different type of tools, and you're going to be working with N8N, Flowwise, Airtable. This is for AI automation. So you'll be working with projects at the end of each week. At the end of the first week, the second week, third week, there'll always be projects for you to work on, because we ensure that the classes are practical and not theoretical. Okay. And then moving on to the other programs, there's generative AI for data analysts and HR analysts. So data analysts are already using tools like Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and now that's for the Microsoft Workspace. Google Workspace, you're using Looker Studio, you're using BigQuery, you're using Google Sheets. So now, apart from those tools, there are AI embedded to make your work faster. You can have a very dirty data. To clean the data, it's going to take you days. For you to now build your pivot table, to work on your slicers, to build a dashboard, that's going to take you a whole lot of time. But what if you can shorten that amount of time? And there are all these tools to help you achieve that. There's Copilot, there's N8N, there's SQ. These are the typical tools. There's Copilot, there's Quadratic, there's Briggs, there's Zebra. So all these tools will be able to help you analyze and do your work a lot faster and easier on a day-by-day basis. Okay, so you see how beneficial it is for you as a data analyst. As a HR analyst, I don't think I need to speak too much on that. Confidence did a fantastic work on that. So talking about the different AI agents, talking about the different HR workflows that you'll be doing, you would learn all that. Even for the AI, for data analyst and AI automation role, the last week we would focus on how to deploy and monetize your skill sets. That's going to be what you'll be doing for that entire week. How can you make money from all these skill sets? So there are all these tools that you're going to be working with for generative AI for HR analysts. And if you're a business analyst or a project manager on this call, you are not left out. I'm a project manager, so this is my favorite aspect to this conversation. In terms of from the entire project life cycle, from initiation right down to closure, in terms of the reporting, in terms of gathering information, requirements gathering, even for business analysts, process mapping, these are all the different tools. The tools that are using on a day-to-day basis: Jira, Notion, Asana, ClickUp, Monday, all these different tools, all these technologies. Now there's AI embedded, and there are different AI tools you can be working with. Okay, so now you don't need to spend days trying to gather information. You can do that very, very easily. Okay, so these are the tools you'll be working with for AI for business analysts. In terms of trying to understand the business and prefer solution for project managers to ensure that you're keeping the project within time, within budget. These are the tools that will help you ensure to get to that level. Instead of you having to create Gantt charts, your racing matrix, your WBS, your charter, your project charter, you can do that seamlessly with AI. So apart from all these tools, even if you are outside any of these tools that I've mentioned or any of these roles, you are someone in marketing, there's a content strategy for you. You're someone in finance, there's AI for you. And all that is always embedded in AI automation. So AI automation is how to automate your workflow to help you achieve your activities seamlessly and quickly. Okay, so if you're looking to go for any of these courses, we understand that you are professionals and you work Mondays to Fridays. So classes will strictly be on the weekends. If you can see Saturdays and Sundays. On Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and on Sundays, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So these are the different time slots that you'll be working with. So if you're going for any of the programs, this is what you'll be working with. And even if you are a CEO in this organization or a CEO in this communication, you can also register your staff for the program. So you're either going for Saturdays and Sundays or Saturdays and Sundays. There's the morning and the evening class. That's on Saturday and then on Sunday. Okay, so how can I get started today? We have a special discount that is going on at this point. If you have been joining our session since April, May, June, July, you know that the prices are very, I won't say steep, they're affordable. But now, like I mentioned to you, Analytics, we are celebrating our 5 years anniversary. If you go to our page, you see that that's something that we're talking about a lot. So we have 2 cohorts that are looking to get started. One is going to be starting by December, and the other one is going to be starting in January. So because of that special anniversary discount that we're having, we are cutting down the prices. It is to a very low amount, between 50 to 75% of all the programs that I've talked about. So if you're looking at our price, then instead of you to pay 200,000 naira, you're going to be paying 100,000 naira for AI automation engineer, and instead of you to pay 200,000 for any of the 4 courses, that's generative AI for data analysis, data analysis, you're going to be paying 50,000 naira. You can see 50 and 75% discount for these programs. I'm telling you, you can't get that anywhere, because if you're learning just foundation of AI, you go and check it. It's not, you can't even get the amount anywhere. So we're going to be giving that out for 50,000 naira. And just because we also understand the situation, and a lot of people have activities, you can either make full payments or you can pay in 2 installments. Okay, you can make full payments or you pay in 2 installments for either of the programs, and you get access to the classes that I mentioned. Okay, the classes are going to be running for 8 weeks. 8 weeks, that's when the classes will be running for. So if you are joining for the December cohort, your class will be starting December 6th. Okay, so the discount applies whether you're going for December or January. Okay, so you can either register for December, you can pay now and start in December, or you can pay now and start in January. If per adventure you have whatever activities you have ongoing in December, you can pay now and start in January. But once you get to January, discount ends. Okay, so the discount is only for the first 20 people. 20 people, we already have 11 spots taken. We just have 9 slots left. Okay, we have 11 slots taken. We have 9 slots left for the discounts. Okay, if you're going for any of them, this is the discounted pricing, and then all you need to do is make payments to these account details. If it's AI automation, if it's Gen AI for HR, whatever course you're going for, just take a screenshot of the details. You can make payments as I'm talking. I'm just going to leave it on this screen. And once you make payments, my colleagues are dropping information on the chat where you need to upload your receipts to. Once you make payments, fill into that form, and then you get access to the information for the classes that you're going to be taking. Okay, so whichever program you're going for, Just make your payments and then you can go ahead with the classes. Like I mentioned to you in the start, our certificate is internationally recognized because this Tenalytics business is an offshoot of Tenalytics. So the certificate you are using, it is accredited by the American Council of Training and Development. So you can use the certificate anywhere in the world. You are not limited to where you are using the certificate. So that is one of the very important aspects for those people looking to get foreign roles and how we can help you achieve that dream. Okay, so that is what we'll be working with for this session. So this is the information for the classes starting. Okay, so is the classes for beginners? I can see the questions slowly coming in. Yes, Christiana, it is for beginners. If you've not done anything tech related before and you want to get started with it, you can absolutely do that. You are not limited to the classes you're going to be taking. And this is how the class would typically look like. If you're going for AI automation engineer, you're going to be put into a Google Classroom, and if you miss any of the classes are going to be recorded. So like I mentioned, classes are Saturdays and Sundays. This is just a typical example of how the facilitator is going to be taking your class. So I'm going to share the tab. So this is a typical recording of the classes that we have on Saturdays and on Sundays. So if you miss any of the classes, you can always rejoin. So this is the classes that you'll be having.
Time to respond. You can also use, and later on, I will definitely call on you to type from credential, and we also added an if node, adding another row to that sheet based off the inputs that is going to come from type from. So I'm going to go ahead and select append row in sheets.
So that is just a typical example of, the recordings. If you miss any class, you can always go ahead to watch the recordings and you have access to the class end to end. It's a live access to the class. You are not limited to when the class will be starting. Okay, so if you've made payments, I can see the payments coming in. Please just send a message to the number, chat them up, or you can drop the receipts to that link, and then you'd have access to the class. So now I'm going to open the floor to questions. If you have any question, if you're unclear about anything that I've been speaking on so far, you can go ahead to raise your hand, and I will call you up and respond to your question. So please, this is the point where you are not shy. This is a one-time thing. You're not going to see me on this call for a long time. So please raise your hand. If you are a shy person, you can also drop your question in the chat, and we'll respond to your question as soon as possible. Okay, please, let's have your question. I can only see one hand raised, and we're over 80 on this call. I know a lot of you have questions. This is not the time to keep quiet about your questions. Go ahead to raise your hand so that we can respond to your question as soon as possible. I need more hands up. 86 on this call. Please, if you have a question, drop it on the chat, or you can raise your hand. Charles said, can someone pay for 2 programs? Absolutely, you can pay for 2 programs. Go ahead to secure your slots. We just have 9 slots left for the discounts, because the company sponsoring it, our partner sponsoring it, only gives 20 slots. Okay, and we have 9 slots left. If you're registering for 2 programs, and if you're registering for AI automation, you pay 50,000. If you're registering for any other Gen AI program, you pay 25,000. 42 installment plan. But if you are paying full amount, you're paying 150,000 naira for the class. Okay, the apps, Michael said the apps we will be working with, are they the free version? It's going to be the free version. Okay, so you're going to be working with the free version, and these apps always give trial period. You're going to be working within the trial period, and then none of the apps that we're working with is going to be above $20 for you to subscribe eventually once you're done with the program. So these are the apps you're going to be working with. So we carefully selected them, so you're not going to be paying any extra money during the duration of the class. You're not paying any extra money during the duration of the class. So you're just going to focus on learning the skills and how to make use of these different tools. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to open the floor for questions. So if you have more questions, you can drop them in the chat, or you can also raise your hand. So I'm going to open the floor for questions. All right, Nonso, let's have you. Hi, Nonso.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, a quick one. What I'm seeing in this slide is kind of confusing. I'm seeing 100,000, I'm seeing 50,000, I'm seeing 50,000, I'm seeing 10,000.
Is this better?
Okay, I need to throw more light so that I can understand what is happening. Is it 50,000 for the AI automation
Okay,
as part of
okay.
the promo, or I just want to get it clear, please?
Okay. So I'm going to take the pricing part again, just so that if anyone missed it or didn't get clarity. Okay, so the program itself, the original price is 200,000 naira. 200,000 naira. But because of the discount that we're running, it's a 50 to 75% discount. So that's, let's take this back, 50 to 75%. Any of the generative AI is 75% off. If you are going for AI automation, it is 50% off. Okay, because of that discount now, the discounted amount for AI automation, instead of 200,000 naira, the full amount is 100,000 naira discounted. That is half of 200,000, which is 100,000. Okay, so we know that some people might not be able to make the full 100,000 naira at once. You have the opportunity to pay in 2 installments. That is, make your first installment today, and then the next time you pay the next installment to the end of December. Or if you want to register for the January cohort, you make your first payment today, the next time you pay the balance to the end of January. That's how we flow with that. If you're going for any of the generative AI courses, is discounted amount is 50,000 naira from 200,000 naira. So that is 75% off. So instead of you paying 200,000 naira, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's not coming back next year. It's not happening any other time, because prices are going to go up by next year. So if you miss it, you miss it. That's about that. So the discounted amount for this is 50,000 naira. If you can't make the full payments, lock in your discount now. I've not checked the form, but 9 slots left. So you pay your first installment, 25,000 naira now. You're making the balance end of December if you're going for December course, or end of January if you're going for January course. So those are the 2 options that you have. So I hope this clarifies your question.
Yeah, and the course is running for how long, please? Because for me, I'm thinking of taking the AI automation. Yeah, that's it. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I said I was thinking of going for the AI automation.
Okay.
Yes, so now that I'm saying, is it how long is the course running for?
2 months. The cost is for 2 months, 8 weeks. So if you're going for AI automation, that means you're paying 100,000 naira discounted price. But if you want to pay in 2 installments, you can pay 50,000 naira now and 50,000 naira at the end of December. So I don't know if you caught that. Hi, So I can't hear you if you're speaking. All right, but Nonso, if you have any other questions, you can drop it on the chat. So that let's just move on to Princess. But to answer your question, classes are gonna be 2 months. You pay 100,000 discounted price, and then 50,000 naira first installment, second installment, 50,000 naira. So Princess, I saw your hand raised, but I see that you dropped it. So let's move on. And please, if you're dropping your questions on the chat, I'm going to come to that. I want to answer everyone who wants to raise their hand to speak, and then I'll come to the chat. Okay. Hi, Cynthia. Please go ahead.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
I just wanted to ask, after the class, will any certificates be given to students who attended the classes?
1,001%. You're going to be getting
Oh,
this certificate. Okay, the certificate is accredited by the
yeah.
American Council of Training and Development, so it is internationally recognized. You can use it anywhere in the world. And we are so particular about people looking to get foreign roles, so that's why we got this accreditation. So you can use it anywhere in the world, this particular certificate, and you'll be issued this right after
Okay.
you've completed your capstone project.
Okay.
Okay,
So
Cynthia.
sorry, I also asked another question. For the
Mm-hmm.
payments
Mm-hmm.
in the messages, we can click on the link to be able to send our receipts after payment. Will it still be resent to us on WhatsApp or?
Okay, so send your receipt to, you see that there's a phone number there. That's one of our customer
Yeah.
sales rep. Her name is Deborah. So she'll send you the link on WhatsApp, because if it's sometimes Google Chat
Okay.
does not accept the link. So you just send it to her. She'll send you the link on WhatsApp, and then you're able to upload your receipt there.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So please go ahead. I already see 4 payments now. So that means there are 5 slots left. Okay. So let's move on to the next person. Ubon. Yeah, Ubon, please go on.
Okay, good evening, ma'am.
Yeah,
So,
good evening.
thank you so much for the lucid session. Okay, all right. So, in fact, I'm very, very interested in this program, but I have a little um challenge, and the challenge I have is that currently I'm doing a program now which has almost the same time, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
as these classes. So the program will run till the end of March next year. So I don't know if I'll still have the opportunity of still, I mean, enjoying this privilege by then. So because, like you rightly said the classes, the prices will go way up. So I don't really know what way up means. I don't know if you can break it
Way
down.
up
And
means it's gonna go over 200,000 naira. That's what way up means. But yeah, Ubon, go on.
okay, but at least for the fact that I've been here in this section, would there be any grace for someone like me? That's all I just want to know.
All right,
Considering what
Ubon.
I've just said.
Yeah, I, I I can't give you like a direct answer here, because the registration for the discount ends once the person that registered. We have 5 slots left. Once it's over, the prices revert back to normal. So there's little to nothing I can do on that end. If you are going to be taking the class in March, what I can recommend, if it works for you, is, I don't know how your other class works, but these classes are also recorded, and you'd always have access to the facilitator whenever you have any questions. So if you go through the recording and you still have questions, you can reach out to the facilitator. Peradventure, you want to go with either December or January cohort. So you're not only limited to December, you have the option of either registering for December or you're registering for January. So whichever one you go for, you can, work in that light. But waiting till March, I highly doubt there's a possibility for that. So it's just limited for December and January, and that's the end of it. By February cohort, the price is reverting back to normal.
Okay. All right. Well noted. Thank you so much, man.
All right, thank you. Okay, so since I don't see any other hand raised, I'm going to go to the chat. Simon Peter says, can I make full payments for any of the courses during the January class? Yes, you can make payments. Okay, make your payments now. The payment is not just for the December course, it is for December and January. So let me take it back to the slot. It is for December and January, Peter. So if you're making payments now, if you want to pay for the January course, just pay 25,000 naira. If you are going for any of the generative AI, that's if you want to do 2 installments. If you want to make full payment, you pay 50,000 naira. If you want to pay for more than 1 courses, please just calculate it, but that will not be more than 2. So 150,000 naira, you go ahead to make payment for it. Okay, so you need to lock in your discounts right now for you to be able to benefit it. If not, you're not going to be part of those that will be registering or getting access to the information, access to the discount price. Okay, so Simon Peter, just give me a thumbs up if you got that clearly. Hi, Simon Peter, are you there? Okay, Ubon. Okay, so Simon, looking forward to your registration. Please I don't want anyone on this call to have to miss out on the discounts. I'm not going to be coming back to have a session anytime soon. And our partners are just doing this for a limited time slots. Someone reached out to me tomorrow and mentioned, "Oh, Treasure, I want to join." And unfortunately, there's little to nothing that I'll be able to do to help you out. Okay. So locking your discounts with 2 installments plan, full payments, go ahead. I have people sending me receipts. I have people sending the customer service person receipts. So please just lock in your discount as I go through the questions. So the next person said, what is the timetable if someone is taking 2 courses at a time? Can you take one at a time? I mean, taking one course per cohort. Yes, you can take one course per cohort, and that's the most advisable way to go through this. Okay. So taking 2 courses might be a lot because all the classes happen at the same time. So all of them all happen 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So it's next to impossible for you to be going through that unless you want to be going to the recording of one class and then attending live class for another one. Or you want to take one course now and take the other course. That would be the only flow to register for 2 courses. You are not limited to registering for one. You register for 2 courses. You take one now and you take one by next year. That would be how you go about it. Charles, I hope I'm able to answer your question. Hi, Charles.
Hi, yeah, yes.
Okay, so you can go ahead to lock in your discount for any of them. Which of the 2 courses are you looking to go for?
I'm looking at AI engineer and project management.
Okay, so you can lock in your discount for both. If you don't want to make the full payment, you can pay 75,000 naira, that's half of 150,000 naira, and lock in your discount. But you have to do that right about now to be able to benefit from the package that we're offering. Like I mentioned, I don't want anyone to miss out on this. And please, if you've made payments, fill the form. It is imperative so that you can get confirmation mails. You can also get access to the onboarding aspects to it. So please fill the form or you send your receipts to the number. Let me put that screen up. You send the receipt to the number on the screen. You can also see that my colleague Deborah is dropping it in the chat. So also do that. Okay, so Bash Saki is asking, what packages do you have for corporates? Corporates are not left out of the conversation. So corporate groups, if you reach out to us, would have extra benefits in terms of how much we can still reduce the price for you. So all you need to do is send me an email, and my email is treasure@analytics.org, and then we can work out a package. We can even come train your staff directly. So if you are within a group of 5 to 10 individuals, you can still reach out to us and we'll provide the training service for you. But that is, subject to just corporates, and we'll do that on that aspect. Bash, I hope I've been able to answer your question. Hi, Bash. Have I been able to answer your question? Is he still on the call? Okay. All right. Fantastic. Okay. So next person, I can see Princess. Princess said, what's the duration of the program? The duration of the program is 2 months. That's 8 weeks. So you're going to be taking the program for 8 weeks. And is it going to be virtual? Yes, 100% virtual. So even if you're in Port Harcourt, you're in Abuja, you can take the course. Just the way I'm explaining to you, you have your facilitator that will be responding to each and every questions that you'd have. And then you'll be working on practicals and projects. What certificates are you going to be giving? And is there going to be mentorship? Yes, there'll be mentorship. You heard if you were here at the start when I was playing testimonials, you'd hear when one of our students mentioned that he was able to get mentors. He was able to get mentorship from our co-founders, asking how the program was, asking how they can also plug you into some of the foreign roles in Canada. So yes, you'll be getting mentorship. The duration of the program is eight weeks, and it is going to be 100% virtual. Princess, I hope you've been able to get clarity on that. Hi, Princess. Hi, Princess, are you there? I'm not getting a response, but I hope I've been able to answer your question.
Oh, so sorry. So sorry. Where I am is noisy, so that's why I muted. But
Okay.
I responded via chat.
Okay. All right. So Looking forward to having you register for the program. Please lock in your
Please, there
discount
is a question you've not attended to about the HR. Can you please go, please?
about the HR. Which
Yes.
question? Check in the chat. Is it
Look, there is on the chat, please.
okay? You said what's the training timetable like? The training timetable I already mentioned, but let me just go to the website. So this is the website. If you are asking, if it's is it HR analytics you're asking for? I don't know if that's what you're asking for. So
Yes,
this
yes, yes. That's what I asked.
So this is the curriculum end to end. If you are asking me what you're going to be doing for each classes, so for week one, you'll be doing foundations of generative AI and HR analytics. Week two, you'll be doing AI automation in HR workflow. Week three, AI tools for modern HR analysts, HR data visualization and storytelling, advanced HR analytics, applied enterprise, and then we're working on the capstone project. So these are what you'll be doing from week one to week 8. Okay. So if you want to read more on it, you can come to the Analytics business page and you have access to reading information end to end. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Princess, I'm looking forward to your registration. Please just go ahead to, lock in your discount as soon as you can. Frank, I can see your chat where you're asking for the registration to be sent to you there. If you can send a WhatsApp message to that phone number, where you're supposed to send your receipt, they would send you all the necessary details and information that you need to get to lock in your discount. I just saw one more payment come in, so please guys, just go ahead to lock in your discount right about now. Right about now. Okay. Coming back to people that are raising their hands. Ubon, I can see your hand is still raised. Is that from the previous setting or is that a new one? Hi Ubon, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Okay. Also, I was just thinking about the whole thing and with other person's question. Okay, so
Mhm.
for total beginners, how would the transition be for them from finishing the classes to landing their first job? What's the duration like? I
Okay.
mean, because
All right.
sorry, please, because you also mentioned something about mentorship. So, what's the duration like from then to mentorship to landing the first job? Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah, that's a fantastic question. So when you're starting off a program, even if it's GenAI for DA, okay, let's use GenAI for data analytics as a case study. Okay, you've never done anything in data analytics related. You are a business owner. This is the first time you're hearing about it. The classes will pretty much start with foundation of data analytics, and we have our LMS platform where you'll be learning the basics of Excel, talking about rows and columns, the different tools you're going to be using, moving on to Power BI, data visualization, moving on to SQL and the queries, then moving on to Tableau, which is also a data visualization tool. After that, you're now going to move into the foundation of generative AI and how that applies to data analytics. Then you will now be moving to the different AI tools you'll be working with individually. You start to understand, oh, what is NA10? How do you create a workflow on NA10? The first practical case study. Then you move over to Bricks AI. How do you create your workflows on so on step by step you do the AI tools. Then you now move into AI agents and how to create different AI agents. And then you finally work on into your capstone project. Before your capstone project is for you to deploy and monetize your the project. So for each week, you'll be given a particular project to work on. And that project at the end of the day, you have 8 weeks. Out of that 8 weeks, you've worked on 8 different projects. And at the end of it, you'll be given a capstone project that covers everything you've been learning from week 1 right down to week 8. Okay. So 8 projects plus 2 projects. Okay. That is going to sum up to a total of like 10 different projects that will be added to your project portfolio. Once you are done with that, you'd also be getting CV review 2 weeks before your capstone project. So we'll be doing CV review, LinkedIn optimization, because every week you're going to be posting that project on LinkedIn. Every week you're going to be posting. It will also help you set up your Upwork profile. because before you actually get a full-time role, that might take a longer pathway because there's a whole what's your experience level, this, that. But for the freelancing aspect, they want to see your portfolio end to end. What projects have you worked on? And that's why we've been gathering the projects from week one, and then we put it up on your profile as projects you've been working on. Okay, even when you kickstart your process, you can put on your LinkedIn profile consulting for tenanted business, or you can put consultants for tenanted business, okay, or AI consultants, okay. This is just to show that you've actually gained real world experience in that aspect. Even if it is a contract role, people tend to always understand that your skill set would work in that light, and that's what we do with that. So you have that on your LinkedIn profile, you have that on, Upwork as well. So you are both searching for like a full-time role and freelance work. If you get a freelance work first, then the information or the company you actually work with would also help improve your chances of getting a full-time role, especially for foreign companies. After that, would now have the mentorship session proper. The mentorship session would have our founders involved, okay? And for the top best students, we always help with placements. So there will now be placement into organizations across the world if you are a really good fit. So that's like the transition process. It starts from you learning in class, then we help you with CV and your LinkedIn and Upwork, and then we provide you with mentorship and the different places you can apply to. And if you do really well, we can help you with placement. So that's the flow end to end. Oh, but I hope I'm able to answer your question.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, I'm also very interested in the possible duration, like from this start to that, I mean, the end.
So it could
So
take
I
like
don't
3 to 6 months to get
6
like
months.
between
Okay.
freelance roles and a full-time role for it.
Okay,
Okay?
fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh boy, with all these questions, I need to see you in that class. Okay? I need to
I
see you
want
in the
to
class.
I actually want to, like I just told you, that's my only challenge, and currently I don't want to carry so much so that I you don't I just want to make sure I get value like when I get in. I don't
Mhm.
want to actually carry too much that I can handle. So I just want to finish that, then face something else. You take it one at a time. I actually want to. I really want to. Yes.
All right, no problem at all. Thank you so much, Ubon. Please, if you
Thank
have
you.
any questions, yeah, please keep dropping them. Uwana, please go on with your question.
Hi, Treasurer. Good evening once
Hi.
again.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, so I think my issue is almost the same as Ubon's own. I already have a program. In fact, it's starting tomorrow, 15th,
Oh, wow.
and I saw that one since before I even saw this, and I had already made payment and all that. But I want to go ahead with this one.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking, even though I'll start that one tomorrow, but I still
Mhm.
want to do this course, especially the AI and automation engineering.
Okay.
I have an engineering background already, so
Fantastic.
it's not that's not really a problem for me. But what I'm looking at is the payments.
Okay.
I had thought maybe the discount will last till January for those the December and January cohorts, but it's like um okay. So my
I don't want
question
to
is
put pressure
actually,
on you,
I'd,
Uwana.
I'd like
Sorry.
I'd
Yeah, please
like
go.
to I would like to start in January, take the
Mm-hmm.
January um um cohort, but I'm looking at the I'm looking at the payments.
Okay. So
And
what you can
slots are
do? Um,
taken.
yeah, Uwana,
So
do you know what you can do? Can you hear me?
I'm listening. Yeah, can hear
Yeah.
you.
So for those people that want to pay for AI automation engineer and you want to start January, this is what we can do. You can pay 25K right now so you can lock in your discount today. Okay. And then you should be looking to pay your balance of the other 25K on or before the end of or on or before your start of class in January 10th, you pay the balance of the 25K and then you start your class. Okay, because I really don't I really don't want you to miss out on this discount. So you can pay 25K, 25 if you're going for AI automation engineer, January course, not December. Okay. Or even if you're going for December course, you can pay your 25K right now. And then you make sure that if you're going for December 6th, you pay your balance on or before December 6th. And if you're going for January 10th, you pay your balance on or before January 10th. Does that help the situation?
No, it doesn't.
And then I don't know how else to help you. To be very
Because I can't pay the 25,000 naira right now. A lot of
okay.
things on the, so I'm looking at next week, and I'm not sure how that will work for you.
Okay, you know what? Just send a message to that number. And say your name is Uwana. I'll take note of it and I'll see what we can do for you.
All right. Thank you so much for your response. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All
And
right then.
I enjoyed the class. Thank you so much.
I'm
It's
so
an
happy to hear that.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Chiamaka, I can see your hand raised. Please go on with your question.
Okay. I just want to ask. Good evening, by the way. Sorry, I didn't hear most of the things, right? Because I had a meeting I needed to attend to work. Then my question is, if you were okay, like I've made payments already
Yeah, I can
for
see that.
AI in project management, can I switch to another course that is still within
Absolutely.
that range?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Just
So
let me send a message to that WhatsApp line and then they will let me know and I'll
okay.
update that end.
Okay. Then second question is what's the difference between the AI automation engineering and project management? What's the key thing, the key
Difference.
difference between them?
All right, fantastic question. So AI automation end to end, it can have different nomenclature, but what it boils down to is automating your workflow, regardless of whatever industry you are in. Whether you are a project manager, a business analyst, data analyst, how can you automate the workflow that you're currently doing? As a project manager, since that relates to something I actually do, in terms of let's say I want to create a business case, I want to create a project charter. How can I do it in such a way that I don't have to go to meet, speak with my different stakeholders. I can gather data from like previous historical data, and then I'm able to create that on my own. That is AI automation engineering, automating my workflow. Automating my workflow in terms of building Gantt charts, building WBS, building racing matrix, and having to go through those processes end to end. When I can just have that done in less than 5 minutes, it distributes the workload across, if I'm working on a software project, across the different dev guys, across the finance team, across the major stakeholders, end to end, who needs to be involved in the project and what do they need to do. That's AI automation. Generative AI, as the name implies, AI to generate, AI to create. Okay, it could be AI to create a text, it could be AI to create a report, it could be AI to create queries. It's just AI, using AI to be able to create something. Okay, that's why when we majorly talk about data analytics, you hear us saying, "Oh, AI to create a dashboard," or AI to create with AI to create queries." Okay, so now boiling down to project management itself. How can you use AI to create a Gantt chart or create a template of a Gantt chart that you can duplicate? So in the next 5 to 10 minutes, I don't have to manually start feeding, for the very first stage, project kickoff, it's going to be one day. These are the number of people we need. This is what we need to schedule on the calendar. It is going to do that for me based off me actually prompting it. So that's like the major two difference between AI automation and generative AI for project management. I hope that clarifies.
Yeah, yes, it does. Thank you very much.
All
Thank you.
right.
Then, but the softwares we are going to use, is it going to be like a paid course, a paid software, or the free softwares?
It's
The
free
AI
software.
softwares we
Yeah.
use.
Let me show
Okay.
you. These are the softwares you are using. So Perplexity, Gemini, ClickUp AI, ClickUp, Azure DevOps, MyMap, Asana, Claude, Copilot. They are free AI tools you're going to be making use of.
Okay. All right. No problem. Thank you very much. I really appreciate.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so let's move on to the next person. Hi, Muhammad. Hi, Muhammad. Please go on.
Good evening.
Yeah, good
Good
evening.
evening. So my question is that please can we get the recordings of this session?
Yes, absolutely. All you need to do is fill in the attendance form, and then you get the recordings and the slides that I'm presenting right at the end of the session.
Okay. Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so let's, Ubon, your hand is still raised. Is this new or old? Hi, Ubon. Are you there? Okay, I'm just going to lower your hand.
Yeah,
All right,
yes, yes, I'm here, ma'am. I'm here, ma'am. Okay,
your hand
so
were
I
raised.
was yes, sorry, I was asking because um I learned that one of our participants just got a favor. So I'm wondering if it extends to me. I've been
You
one
can't
now.
get you can't get up. You can't get up to much. Nothing we're doing is gonna get up to much. Once we're done with January courts,
Okay.
it's that's the end of that. If you want to register between December and January, yeah, fantastic. But anything beyond that is not gonna be it's not gonna work, so to say. Okay.
Oh, okay, please, can I make up my mind? And if I do, can I reach out to someone?
All right. You can make up your mind and send a message to the number where you're supposed to send receipt to, and they'll
Oh,
relate
okay,
to
ma'am.
me. Yeah. All
Thank
right.
you so much,
Please
ma'am. I
just
really
let them.
appreciate.
Yeah. Please
All
also
right.
reach out with your name so that it's easier for me
Okay.
to, yeah, get clarity on that. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Hi, Ruth. Please go ahead with your question.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Please go on.
All right. Yeah, so thank you for the session so far. It's been insightful. So my question would be opting for the AI engineering, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that cover because you were just juxtaposing the automation engineering by the AI for project managers? So does that mean that if one takes the automation engineering course, then it sort of covers for bits of like the others in a certain sense?
Okay, so AI automation is workflow, automating workflow, but generative AI in itself is using AI to create. So, in a broader loose term, AI automation can cover for it. But if you are looking for like a niche down role, like if you want to specialize on a specific aspect, if it's like data analytics in itself, talking about Power BI, SQL, Tableau, and the rest, that would not be mentioned AI automation engineering. Okay, they're going to just explain the different tools and how to improve the workflow. But generative AI for data analysis is niched. So it's going to focus on the different data tools you're currently using and how to implement AI in it. So if you're going to go for AI automation engineer, you're not going to get the specific information as regard data analytics itself. It's going to be broadly used for any industry that is it's the facilitator is talking on. So that's going to be the major difference. If you're looking for specific information in regards data professionals, you're not going to get that in AI automation. But if you are not and you're looking for just, oh, how can I automate my workflow? Then you're going to get that in AI automation. I don't know if that clarifies.
It does. So how deep is the debt? Because sorry, I'm asking because the from the pricing, I see that the discount for the AI flow is like 50%, which is less than
Mm-hmm.
the others. So I'm thinking that it probably offers more, yes? Because it's like,
Absolutely.
yes, it's asking for twice. So like how much depth are we talking about here? Like how
Okay.
much does it reach into the other
Okay. Yeah, good question. Yeah, so for AI automation engineer, you're going to be doing it has a bit more technical stuff than generative AI. If you're looking at the because Please confirm you're seeing the curriculum AI automation engineer screen because I'm sharing it from the website now. Okay, so you're going to be dealing with AI powered automation system, talking about LLM tools, APIs, intelligence agents, and you can see it's majorly for people in the dev space, data professionals, product managers. So if you're a data professional, it still covers you. If you're a product manager, it still covers you. That's our target audience. So coming down to the curriculum itself, you're going to be using some of the tools that you typically use as a data professional. Talking about Python, talking about machine learning, the LLM aspect, you'll be working with that. But loosely, you're not going to be using anything Power BI, Excel, Tableau in it. It's going to be focusing on agents. It's going to be focusing on the API aspect. So it's a bit more technical than when we're doing the generative AI aspects of data analytics to it. Okay, so you're going to be learning how you can, create your AI engineering environment. You're going to be learning the different specific APIs and how to create a workflow end to end. And then you'll be learning things like AI agents, chatbots. This doesn't exactly tie back into data analytics itself. That's what I'm saying. If you want specific information for data, that's different. But AI automation is broad, okay? It's majorly on workflow. And that's what you have workflows for data professionals. So that's why there's also an aspect of it here. But then it's not going to be, heavy on the data information. So looking at it now, you're seeing conversational AI and voice agents. You're seeing agent system workflow. So it's just workflow. But if you're coming to generative AI for data analytics, you'd see that it is more data oriented. So generative AI and data analytics, how to build an AI data analysis, the tools you should be using for data analysis, how you can use generative AI for data visualization. So it's now niche and specific to that area. But AI automation is just for workflow end to end. So that's the major difference between both of them. Ruth, I hope I've been able to clarify.
Yes, you have. Thank you. But
All
but
right.
but one more thing. So you did mention that you have like a niche focus, right, with product managers and the likes. Does that mean that this is not suitable for beginners, or is
No,
it?
it is suitable for beginners. Okay, before you get to even the foundational courses, before you get into the week one of this, we'll send you what we call the LMS platform that we have. So there are short courses on that will start from Excel, Power BI, Tableau. You do all those elementary aspects before you now come into the generative AI, into data analytics full on. Okay, so we would take you from that part, from the foundational part, and then bring you into how you can use AI in this aspect. I hope I've been able to answer your question.
Yes, thank you very much. I think what are the tools that we would be using here for this? Are we using like Gemini and or because I know that's Gen or
So these are the tools you're going to be using. So there'll be Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, Julius, Quadratic, DataGPT, AI, 2SQL, Zebra AI, Bricks AI, and then your typical data analytics tools.
you're reading from underneath data analysts. Do you realize that?
Are we not talking about data analysts? Because that's what you chose,
No,
or is it
data
that?
engineering. No, the engineering, the AI
Are you
engineer.
okay? All right, because you filled data analysis on your form, just so you know. So that was what I was reading through that. But these are what we're using for AI automation. So also send a message to that number if you want me to correct that, because what you filled on the form is generative AI for data analytics. So yeah, these are the tools you're working with: N8N, Zapier, Flowise, Airtable, Claude, all those different tools.
All right. So I didn't see the numbers on the form. I think I missed it.
Okay, Deborah, please can you drop you can see where she, let me just resend it myself, where she said, here's the next step, please send the receipts and all that information. So please just send there. Please can you paste the attendance for us to fill? Okay. Ruth, have you sent it where it says please also send your receipts here as well?
I have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ruth. Okay, so let's meet this. Does anyone else have any question? Please feel free to ask your questions. Eunice, I can see your mic is unmuted. Do you have a question? Okay, just gonna move on to the next person. Hi, Kende, please go on. Hi, Kende. Olorunda, please go on with your question. Okay, can't hear you. So let's move on to Kelechi. Kelechi, please go on with your question.
All right, good evening. Thank you for the class. It was very eye-opening. So, I don't know where, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, beautiful. So, I would like to know, am I going to use a phone, a tablet, or a computer? Because currently, I think my computer has problem. Can I work with any other device?
You would need a laptop for this. With the type of tools you'll be working with and coding, yeah, you do need a laptop for this. So if you could get one before the duration, I wouldn't advise you to use a phone. And just because I want to get you in the course, I wouldn't tell you to, do that. You actually need a laptop for this. So if you can get one, if you can borrow one, if you could go to a workspace that has one, then you'll be able to join the class. But if not, it's not going to do you any good if you learn from a phone because you actually need to practicalize. And for you to
Yeah.
work on this practicals, you do need a laptop for it.
Okay. The second question is concerning the payment. I get it very clearly. You say there are 9 slots, so it puts a little bit panic on me because I'm hoping done between now and a week's time. So
Okay,
to
Kelechi, you are breaking a bit.
get
Well,
the
if I
fund.
Okay. Yeah, Kelechi. So if I get you correctly, I know something about the payments. If you do need a bit of not an extension, if you can't make payment today, please just send a message to the WhatsApp line with a date that you can make payment. And I'll see what we can do about it actually, because you on the session, you took out time to be here, you stayed to this point. We'll see how we can help you on that. Kelechi, I don't know if you heard me because your network is in all
Yes, yes,
yeah, so just
yes.
send a message to the WhatsApp number with a date. If I'm going to have to reserve slots for people, I need to know that I'm not wasting time where somebody else could make payment. So please just be sure that you want to really
Thank you
stick
so
with
much.
this and let me know and would work some. Yeah,
All
all
right.
right. Yeah, so Olorunda, are you there? I can see Chuku's question on the chat saying, pardon, can I make a deposit of 10K and then make full payment of the AI data analysis by January? Oh, 10K is really little. It is really, really little. But it's AI data analytics. Okay, if you could do a 20, that can work. But 10 is a bit of a stretch. Simon, I don't know if you're there. You can give me a thumbs up if if that works for you. Hi, Simon. Simon, are you there? Okay. Yeah, if you could do 20, that's fine. Since it's January coach you're going for, I think there's a bit more flexibility on that. Please, if you have questions, Optimus V Gaming, you were very enthusiastic at the start, but now I'm not feeling the enthusiasm anymore. Olorunda Kehinde, I can still see your hand raised. If you have a question, please do go on with your question. Okay, you're still not speaking. Charles, let's have you.
Okay, so I made payment for um AI engineering and project management.
Okay.
But I was hoping for project management to be free January, while the AI December, just like you had said that we could pay 25 and pay
Yeah,
complete it
yeah.
before
So
the program
please
starts.
fill the form. Yeah, fill the form twice with the details.
Where's the
So just
form?
okay. I'm gonna post it again. So I'm just gonna post this separate here. I've put it in the chat. Please fill that form twice. Fill
Okay.
one stating AI automation payment and the second one stating is it AI in project management now? AI in project
Yes.
management. So yeah,
Yes.
fill the
Yes.
two. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So just go ahead to fill that.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Frank says, what is the duration of the training? It is for 8 weeks, 2 months. It is an 8 weeks training. So in 2 months' time, you become a certified. Sorry, Charles, I'm just gonna mute you because I'm getting feedback from your end. Okay, so Frank, it is a 2 months program. That is 8 weeks. It's gonna run for 8 weeks. By the end of 8 weeks, you get your certificate. Would have helped you optimize your LinkedIn profile. Would have helped you review your CV. The deadline of the payments. Don't know if I've been see. Okay, just so that everyone on this call is not, I'm not trying to pressure anyone. I'm just letting you know about the discount. Okay. If you know that you're not going to be able to make payments like right now, I'll advise you do so. Please just reach out to the phone number there and let us know a date that works for you. I think that's the best I can do right now. Just let us know a date that works for you, and we'll try to speak to our partners, but I'm not promising anything. If the discount is up by whenever you're able to make payments, there's little to nothing I can do. But I will try on my end to ensure that, if you join, if you're on this call right up to now, yeah, we should be able to do something for you. I will try our best to do something for you. But if you can make payments right now, do that. I'm not saying that, oh, by next week, if you reach out to me and discount is over, I'll just say I'm sorry, but discount is over. But if there's still something by then, we would make sure that we're able to do something for you. So please just reach out to the phone number and let's see if we can work something out. Okay. All right, so I see some more hands coming up. Charles, I don't know if this is the previous hand or a new hand. I'm not really sure. Charles, daily for 8 weeks or once. Okay, Kelechi.
Sorry.
Okay, Charles, go
I
on.
only have one type of. No, I only have one type of hand. It was a mistake. Sorry, I've dropped the hand.
No worries. Okay, so you're asking is it once for 8 week or okay, let's go back all here. So these are the class time slots. So we have classes Saturdays and Sundays, not during the week. You I know you have to go to work, you have a business to run, so it's not during the week. I'm not gonna take your week time. So weekend, Saturday, Sunday. On Saturday is going to be in the morning, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And Sunday is going to be 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So these are the different slots that we have. So you can, make payments and join either. It's going to be twice a week. So it's going to be 16 sessions in total. Okay. I think that's for Kelechi. Kelechi, I hope that answers your question. You can give me a thumbs up so I know that you are good. Hi, Kelechi. Did you get that? Okay. All right. Good. Fantastic. Let's move on to Michael. Hi, Michael. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. Please go on with your question.
Okay. Good evening. Thank you very much for the class. It was eye-opening. So, what I want to ask, I would like to go. I've not really made up my mind, Sha. Probably.
What will help you make up your mind? Let's make up your mind
No,
on this
asking
call.
for the course that I would like to do, either data analytics or project management. But
Okay.
but my challenge is that I want to go for the January one, but I'm not sure I'll get the money right now. Can I still make the full payment before the class? Let's say like first week of January. So you say it's starting on the 10th of January.
Yes, it's starting on the 10th.
Can I make like full payments before then? That is like first week of January.
Okay. So, Michael, the thing is, I can't give you any assurance that when you come back by first week of January, the discount will still be available. That's why I typically say, what you have to be able to lock in discounts, do it as soon as possible. But I'm not trying to put pressure on anyone. If you come back by first week of January and the discount is available, God willing, then you'll be able to access it. If you come back and I tell you that it is 200,000 naira, then that's the price. It will not get to that extent. It may get to that extent, it may not. But whatever situation, whenever you come back at that period, we'll let you know the current standing. Well, advice, this is advice, you don't have to take it. If you can lock it down now, I would recommend you do that. If you can't, we would see in January and see what happens. Okay? Hi,
Okay,
Michael.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, so Charles, I'm here to see your details. I know you've made payments, but I'm here to see your information on the form. Please just go ahead to fill the form so that we can start the process, sending your emails and all that as soon as possible. Hi, Charles, did you catch that? Hi, Charles, are you there?
Yes. Yes. I'm here to fill the form. I'm just trying to round up something here before I fill the form.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
do
of
that
course.
right now.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. Optimus said, I'm simply excited for the classes. Definitely have to join. Optimus, I'm looking to have you in the session. So please, I do know you mentioned, whatever issues. Just if we could get that sorted, that would be absolutely amazing. Olorunda, I'm gonna just call you one more time just to ensure that we have covered everybody on the call before I call it a day. So if you are there, please, you can respond so I know that you are there. Read myself, and unfortunately, I can only make a deposit of 10K, complete the payment for the general class. I didn't really expect the situation. I'm going to commit something to this course. Okay. Simon, send a message to the number. Let me see what I can do. Okay, I'm gonna do my best, guys. I'm gonna do my best, but just let's see. Send a message to the line, and then they will let me know, and I would let them know what we would get to do with that. Okay, Peter. Hi, Peter. Okay, all right, sounds good. Um, we are very close to 10:30, and we have over 34 people on this call. If I have over 34 people on this call, is either somebody has slept and forgotten their laptop or phone, or you are very much interested. Out of the slots that I mentioned, it is coming down, coming down, coming down. So please just ensure if you've made payments, no, not that you're going to dash the analytics business your money. Please fill the form. There's no other way for me to identify you unless you fill the form. So please go ahead to fill the form so that we can identify your payments that has been made. Okay, please go ahead to fill the form. Very, very important. So I'm going to just ask one more time if there are any questions. I want to close out by 10:30. So if there are any questions, you can raise your hand. You can drop it in the chat. Just get my attention somehow, or if you don't want to speak, so that I ensure that you are fully covered. So the final aspect is, if you this is just success stories. If you don't want to take any of our AI programs, or if not that, that's not the correct way to put it. If you have other courses that you want to train, because analytics business also trains corporates. Because I saw a lot of questions on corporates. We've trained quite a number of organizations. So if you want us to take courses on leadership, on business writing, emotional intelligence, other customized packages, or even if you want us to come and train your organization, that's the staff in your organization on AI automation, you want a customized class, that's the CEOs, HRs on this platform. You can send me an email. My email is on the screen. Okay, I'm sharing this particular screen. So my email will be dropped on the chat. You can send me an email and we'll work something out. So these are the companies we've worked with. We've done training for each of these companies. So just go ahead to reach out to me and we'll work on a proposal and send across to you. Okay, so we can do it on both aspects. All right, so I can see one more hand raised. Chiamaka, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, the question is how much, if I pay today, how much is for the project management AI project management? How much is it?
50,000 naira, but you can pay 2 installments. So you need to pay at least 25,000 naira to lock in your discount.
Oh, okay. 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 All right. Then the automation, how much is it?
Yeah, automation is 100,000 naira discounted price. You need to pay at least 50,000 naira to lock in your discounts.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you can just take a screenshot of my screen. So even if you want to send it to someone, you can do that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Absolutely welcome. Okay, so Kende, one more time. If you are there, please let me know your question before we wrap up. I want us to wrap up by 10:30. So if you're there, let me know your question. Okay, I think Kende has abandoned his device at this point. All right, I am so grateful to everyone. You were here up until 10:30. I think, yeah, almost 10:30. We can call it a night. We can call it a wrap here. I'm so glad to have spoken to each other. And everyone that made payments, you absolutely made my day. And I want to let you know that you're not going to regret it. If you do have friends and families that you know this is going to be beneficial to, you can always send the information to them. If you need me to get on a call with them, the number you're sending a message to would always reach out to me. Is there any discount for staying? You get all my confettis. I'm gonna drop confettis for you. You guys are real superstars. For staying up until this point, I have nothing but pure respect. God, it's not. I'm not into this Nigerian politics. I have nothing but pure respect for each and every one. So, like I was saying, if you have friends and families, colleagues that you know is going to be beneficial to, you can send it to them. You can send our website to them. And then would always be in conversation. I want you to know that you've taken your first step into this, and we're going to support you through it end to end, and make sure that you get your desired goal. I know most of us are looking, maybe career transition or salary increase or things like that. We want to make sure that you're able to achieve that. It's not just going to be, teaching and that's going to be the end of it. We're going to be supporting you through and through until you get that job. And there's always a community after your training is done. So please fear not and just ensure that you are willing to put in the time and effort to get to that desired point. Okay. So thank you so much. Charles, I've seen your first, please make sure you're filling the form twice so that when finance is going through this, they know that it's not just a one-time payment. Okay, Charles, like I've seen the first one coming. Please just make sure that you fill it twice so that they are aware of that. Charles, did you catch that? Hi, Charles. Charles, did you catch that? You've been dropping messages on the chat and now you're all of a sudden mute. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope you all have an amazing, fantastic, fantabulous weekend. And thank you so much for staying. Please let me know you're still here. Let me see your reactions. I'm going to drag this conversation until 10:30. Let me know you are still here. Thank you so much, Christiana. Has everybody gone to bed? Has everybody gone to bed? Please let me know you're still here. Let me know you're still on this call. Let me see your favorite confetti. Let's go, guys. All right. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Shemaka, I don't know if your hand is raised or you're dropping confetti. Do you have a question before we wrap up? Hi, Adela. I never heard one
No, I
word from
don't.
you.
No, I don't.
Okay. Hi, Adela. I never. Thank you. Who is this? Victory. If you're on the call, please just lock in your registration. Drop Slim. Slim. I never even knew there was a Slim on here. You guys were so quiet. You're so quiet. Hi, Slim. Please go ahead to register. Lock in your discounts right about now so that you can benefit from this. Charles, I'm going to repeat it again. Please fill in for your the second program you're registering for so that we can take account of that. Okay, this is 10:29. Thank you so much, everyone, and bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys. Have a great one, and cheers.